Alright, it's 511 in New York City, courtesy of your Hole in the World CB shop. Let me introduce you to New York City CK187, aka to us locals, Cupcake. Headbanger 45 Cal on YouTube, his channel, in case you want to voice your opinion. But don't mind the own little war in his head with this Hole in the Wall CB shop. Your king of New York City, the fast talker, slow walker, dance, skip street audio, so your big son of the big gun just got down. Richie Radio, back quiet.
House nigga, you got the dollar vendors, the dollar vendors, the house nigga, dollar vendors, the dollar vendors, the dollar vendors, the house nigga, dollar vendors.
I just heard me a houseboy.
You drink the water. Yeah, you got the house.
Who's your houseboy?
We driving the van, hoping for $1. We got Richie licking the fucking, we got Richie sucking the tailpipe. You got the dollar vendors.
He's still out there?
You got the...
I don't think you could hear him. I think you got him squelched out, but yeah, he running his mouth 1,000 miles an hour. Maybe if he left his antenna alone, you might be able to hear him.
Oh no, like I said, man, I'm done with that kid. Now I ain't giving him no more entertainment on the radio. I'm done with him, man. Like I said, that shit get under their skin when you don't say nothing, you don't respond to them. That shit pissing them off. You know what I mean? Inhaling all that lead paint. It's product of heroin addicts, son. See, he need to be respectful, shit. That boy need to be respectful, because I might be his duck-plucking daddy. I might be his daddy, because you know his mama that was probably was one of them doing all kind of stuff. So, I mean, I might have ran through that back in the days.
The house nigga, you got the dollar vendors, the house nigga, dollar vendors. Uncle Tom, house nigga, dollar vendors. Come on.
That's the thing. You need to be more respectful on the radio to people. And can't tell him, matter of fact, can't tell him who might be that boy daddy. There ain't no telling who might be that boy daddy on his radio. I'm back right.
Shut up, nigga.
I'm his daddy. I'm his daddy. I'm his puppet master. I'm his everything. But I think the main reason why he don't come off that mic is because I guess he wholly realizes it's better to be pissed off than to be pissed on.
Hold up. Don't be mad because your last name is your mother's maiden name. Do not be mad because your last name is your mama's maiden name. I'm back quiet.
The pussy hole clot. The pussy hole clot. The pussy hole clot. The pussy. The pussy hole clot. The pussy hole.
Geez, I wish Doc was out here. When Doc was out here, we don't hear these funky monkey junkies.
I don't hear him when you key up, but I'm sure as hell no, you don't hear him when I key up. You don't need no doc.
It's okay. It's okay.
I know.
It's okay.
Yeah, homie, I want them ducks that shit. What's wrong with you? We letting them know that they got any kind of airtime out here. That you don't get them no airtime. You stop getting them airtime and you take away the fuel for their fire. They ain't got nothing else. They just repeat stuff about me that I don't even hear. So it don't matter to me. And then anybody else listening to it, it sounds like a bunch of schoolyard, school kid gibberish. It doesn't make sense. You hear the responses they get from DX Land. Nobody that don't know them, anybody listens and reads the mail, they hear them out there, they don't know nothing about anything. Even if they did, they know that their response is quite idiotic. And these guys are like, far from intelligent. And like I said, it is probably due to either lead paint or, mom was probably on drugs during the pregnancy. I'm back quiet.
Well, I just wish to let you know that when it comes to the word intelligence, there is none of that within the equation between their 2 ears or escaping their lips ever.
Oh no, of course, everyone knows on the radio that they're certainly it's a repetitive thing. They do the same thing all the time. You've never heard them pass on any informative information on the radio. I mean, I've heard you come with everyone on the radio on 31 here that actually uses the radio like a human being has passed on, very good information. I've never heard these guys pass on any information. They're like, pretty much the world would be a better place without them.
You pussy whole clock.
Well, most certainly the Jailhouse Day Room isn't the same without them. You hear their mentality. I guess maybe I guess maybe when they do go to jail and they put themselves there, in a place where they feel they can run things there. They check themselves in, and then they want to be God.
Well, that's what it is. These guys can't survive outside of the ghetto or outside of an institution. In the real world, they can't survive. Why do you think that they hustle? I mean, I hustle, so to speak, myself because I'm 1099. I don't have W-2. I don't have tax taken out. I pay myself every month. I write myself, not write myself, but I do a payroll and I pay myself. Pay my taxes and everything like that. So these guys don't have the aptitude to do those kind of things. Just like they only know what's in the ghetto. Their response would be is violence. There's no rationale. There's no reasoning, and that's all they know between the hood and prison. They don't know how to function anywhere else.
All the time and energy they put into trying to get a rep, they got to realize, well, we're already past the finish line and you didn't even leave the start gate yet, so stay on stupid.
Exactly. I mean, let me tell you something, man. An adult does not find merit in foolishness. You see what I'm saying? So everything that he finds merit in, it carries no weight. I'm a real ass nigga. It's not gonna get you a mortgage. It's not gonna get you a job. It's not gonna get you a bank load. You know what I mean? It'll get you props in the neighborhood, in the hood. And I've heard him. You gotta listen to these guys when they talk. Remember what he was saying? I look good, and that's all they have in those areas is looking good for the moment. So yeah, a guy will have on $150 pair of sneakers, $100 pair of jeans on, but he doesn't have any life insurance. He doesn't have any kind of portfolio, real estate, stocks, bonds, 401k. He doesn't have any of those things because, right now it's about living in the moment. It's about these Nike Airs, these Jordans, these expensive jeans with my underwear showing. That's what it's about.
Yo, man, I need my hands for a little bit. I'm on the quiet side.
I mean, and then they get mad at me because I tell the truth, and all of a sudden that I become a house nigga, I become an Uncle Tom, which is actually, it's disturbing. All of my family members, all of my siblings, master's degree, one's a therapist, one's an attorney, my other sibling works in media broadcasting. I don't want to get too specific with those things. Everybody pretty much makes over 6 figures a year. That's the stables that I come from. And my cousin, her husband, he regularly has meetings with the president and things of that nature. And all of my cousins and family members are pretty progressive like that. I mean, yeah, we have our bad apples too, but they still have more class in this bunch.
Well, right now I'm blackballed in limbo, and I can't wait to get back to some of the status I should be having, because there's a lot of people listening that even want to know why I enjoy this kind of fun when I'm so overqualified, and this just isn't my court to reign on.
Yeah. Hey, these guys, and then I don't like to. I don't even go. I'm not even gonna go. I'm not even gonna go tit for tat or like the school kid stuff like that. But I'm just showing you something. It's like these guys stereotype being black or identifying with your race as being ignorant. ignorant and you're not articulate, then is qualify in their book as, you're a real black person. So if you converse with someone and you're articulate, if you have an education, if you're not into, thinking that beating people up and being a bully is some kind of merit in life, all of a sudden now you're an Uncle Tom, man, which is quite disturbing. As I was telling the other day, that's, you discredit your race. Do you realize that? You discredit your race.
Well, my problem of it all is I just really don't like mothers that think they're little gangbangers, or wannabe gangsters. Growing up where I grew up, doing what I do for a living, I guess you could say I would still wake up every day to run full speed ahead and weed these cock knockers out, take them right out the game. Because that's the kind of cat I am, that's the persona that my father instilled in me.
Yeah, I hear you, man. But to be honest with you, that street credibility stuff, it doesn't mean anything in the real world. It really doesn't. It doesn't take much for somebody to know. It means a lot in his world because that's all they have. The guy can't come to my house. He couldn't possibly come to my house. If he came to my house, he just couldn't. He could not come to my house. He couldn't come. He couldn't even make the turn on the road because I live on a private road. So he could not come to my house. And instead of being a little, ghetto bitch on the radio, spewing repetitive insults, make something with yourself. You say you know the internet. Why don't you try to make a website, make some money? Do something positive. Everything involved with this guy is at the expense of another. You see, everything involved with this guy here is at the expense. He wants to run a scam. He wants to sell drugs. He wants to get on the radio and make people's lives miserable. You know why? 127? Because his life is miserable. And he wants to make everyone as miserable as he is.
I don't think it's that. I think how they slipped quite a few times. I think what it really is, Deuces, is the attitude of, why should I go and do all this and that when I'm getting paid X amount of dollars a day and I'm getting a couple of bundles of the purest shit that money can buy and I'm getting it all for free. All I gotta do is fuck with Richie all day long.
No, because he's not. He's messing with all kind of people. He curses out DS Land. That's his MO, man. It's more than just that. You actually giving him credit. You're giving him credit when you say that, and that's not the case. It isn't the case. The case is such as that the guy has a miserable life. He does not like where he lives. He does not like where he's at in life. He doesn't like what transpired, what happened. He's not happy where he's at. He's not in a happy place. So then that miserable life that he's living, he wants to push it on to you. He finds someone that it doesn't take much for them to enjoy what they're doing. It doesn't take you much to enjoy what you're doing, and he resents that. You see what I'm saying? He's one of those guys that'll always, it doesn't even matter if he makes money because he'll never be happy. He can make a whole lot of money, he'd still be miserable. He'd still come on the CD and try to make other people miserable because naturally he's a miserable person.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is that when I throw a shot like that, I'm really correct and on point when I'm on target saying that anything and everything else other than what I just said to you, without me wanting to give him credit, is just a fact that all that other bullshit that they do out here on the airwave is to mask what it really is out here. And what it is what I told you.
Nah, I don't think ain't nobody paying them no money every day to be out on the CB. Like I said, man, you give people too much credit. Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna be spending money for this clown to be doing what he's doing on the radio. That's not it. It really isn't. The point of it is, you see, what you gotta realize, the way he wreaks havoc, right? And he's disrespectful to let me tell you something. Just the fact that when 347's moms passed, and it wasn't him, it was 9 Dum Dum, but he kind of follows suit in that crap too. The way he talks, oh, fuck your mother, fuck your father, and all that stupid stuff there. It's much deeper than you think, man. It's not, that's, like I said, him getting paid would be giving him credit, in a sense, you know, and it's not. They're not that intelligent. They're not. You're giving them too much credit. In all actuality, what it is that you got a bunch of people that, you know, are not happy where they're at. They're not a happy place. And even so, say so. Now put it like this, Richie. Let me tell you something. Nobody couldn't pay me to be on this radio to wreak havoc on somebody. There's not. How much money could you possibly pay me? How much money would I be losing? You understand what I'm saying? So to even say that, oh yeah, somebody's giving me $100 a day and this and that just to do this on the radio, yo, that's money. That shit ain't nothing to me. That's losing, dog. That's losing.
Nah, but the truth is, I know the cops, crooked gangsters, politicians, and how they operate that I'm up against. So to give these clowns $100 a day out of all the drug murder and stolen government fund money, and the numbers in the hundreds of billions here. You have to understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about over 20 years on the cover work here. You know, for them to pay them $100 a day, that's a paycheck. That's 7 beans a week. You know, that's nothing to these people. Nothing at all. That's tips they throw on tables, bro. And then, you know, to give them a couple of bundles of that pure shit, well, that's an extra couple of G's to go with that $700 a week, man, per weekly. So, you know, even though that couple of G's in street value drug only cost those mothers maybe $12 and sometimes zero because they're the ones confiscating it and supposedly destroying it, you know, you have to understand where I'm coming from. I mean, I understand what you're saying. The rest of it is a mask, and you voicing your opinion on what you hear is on target and very much correct. But I'm trying to fill you in on the other things on the outskirts that you don't have the knowledge of. I'm trying to fill you in on unseen forces that are actually behind it, because these cats aren't really good at perpetrating a fraud, and they slip up with their mouth. And when they slip up with their mouth, it lets the target know who's really throwing the blows, because who's got the knowledge.
I mean, you can think that if you want to. I don't think they're smart enough to even do that. I think it's more the lines of what I'm saying. You know, and like I said, whatever, that's bullshit money in my book. You know, if that's what they're doing in my book, that's bullshit money. I make more money. You know, I'm not even going into what I do in my business. But to me, like I said, that's bullshit money in my book.
That's bullshit money to me too. That's the reason why this is happening. A lot of big chunk of that money that was in limbo couldn't buy me, silence me, or move me, or groove me. Money can't buy what I am. Money did not raise or make me. Money cannot take me out. And money can't do none of that for me. What the hell makes you think it's gonna move and groove me?
Yeah, careful.
Alright, I gotta get busy over here. He's hollering your name like a banshee, bro. I'm on this side, it's rolling.
Alright, put on you later. I'm on the side myself. I'll be quiet. Oh, look at that. Look at that dead key. I'm back quiet. Local dead key. Yo. Shit. Let me get on out of here. I go shoot some skip. I'm done local talking. Broke you out there and skip on. Then you go at that.
Well, we didn't have no comments or anything like that when Richie was up on the hilltop, did we now? See, one of Richie's power play moves was to bring out all the Marys and all the you think you know. And I do that well. And at a much later date, inevitably and eventually, my accounts will unfreeze, and that'll make me a very, very powerful landlord at any given spots in these 5 boroughs I want. So I guess you could say Richie's playbook has a method to his madness, but you hold those doors, bro. Hang on to them, savor them, chew them up really, really good before you swallow them. Because later on, I'm going to have you shit them out with fire and a tickle in your coolie.
Stop threatening people, Richie.
Oh, I ain't bothering nobody. You just got a tourist and a visitor who's voicing the opinion on the shit he hears and has received. I ain't got to do nothing except what I do every day since I put my antenna up again. Just keep doing my radios. Just have my shit flying around. Let me come here crowds cruising by playing my shit. Oh, the type of nigga that'll do shit your own crew can't do, won't do, don't know how to do. And I succeed where all others fail. Channel 30, not a pin drop after 2.5 decades. I'm the king.
Just be nice. Be nice.
I always be nice. I always be nice till it's time not to be nice. And his name is Richie. Boy, Deuce turned this boy out into a bumba ras. Deuce really turned his character inside out, man. And I thought I was bad 2 years ago when I set him off, man. Deuce totally knocked me right out the way. Listen to this bullshit. Got him up my gate. The sad fact that he's 2-3 pounds less than it, that makes it suck.
out the skin. You say, pull up your hand and wine and sing and make them know you have your natural skin. Cause some have jump around